Chat, chat, chat. Go on, chat. 1 minute. Let me pull up my stream. All right. Let's mark out the our highs and lows and get started here. Give me 1 second. All right. Start with NQ. Okay, so we see that we have this 4 hour. Had no wick. Pushing back up now. Creating a high for it. Currently we have equal highs. I believe we're gonna take that out though. Continue higher. We have this low right here. Of a small gap here. And a higher target would be this 4 hour at 779. Hop on the 1 hour. See that we have a 1 hour gap here. Looks like we're probably gonna inverse it. Okay, those highs. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, also this 30 minute looks like my inverse. All right, now let's hop on ES. ES seems to be a bit weaker than NQ. Mark out these highs. Hasn't put in a wick for this 4 hour candles yet. Top wick for it. And then we also have a gap that we seem to be respecting. We have a gap that we seem to be respecting here on the 4 hour. Okay. All right. So from looking at the 4 hour and the 1 hour, I am bullish on the day. I want to see price move higher. Now to confirm this bias, if you can get a inversion of this 1 hour, which will also be an inversion of this 30 minute, then that'll confirm my bullish bias. And then I could look to take longs. I wouldn't take anything here currently because NQ set hits London high already. ES is pretty close. So if I get in here, I mean we've pushed up quite a bit too since open, so we could see a pullback before going higher. But I do want to see high prices. I would look to go long if before 10 a.m. we come down, take out some of these lower liquidity on see which ones on ES. Or if we come down, take out these hourly lows on ES, maybe even push closer to London low, and then get some form of um signs that we want to go higher. So, I mean, either that's a 1 minute IFVG or a CISD on 1 minute. Then I'll look to take a long before 10 a.m. But for now, I'm just gonna be watching um to see if this hourly can inverse this bearish gap. After we get that, then we can look for a continuation higher, which would be either this 15-minute gap or if we create another gap. And that's what I would like to see. Yeah. So yeah, just waiting for this hourly to close, or if we come down, take out this low on ES and show some sort of IFEG, um, then I'll look to take a long. Ideally though, we inverse this hourly gap at 10, and then I just look for a continuation move. So yeah, that's what we'll be waiting for today. Pretty simple. If we don't get it, then we just stay out. We don't have any news today. Let me look if Yeah, what happened in the news today? Um, doesn't look like Trump's talking, tweeting. So yeah, just wait, see what Mark Price gives us. Let me pull up chat. I'm gonna use my phone actually for chat. We're getting quite the rejection here on NQ. ES seems to be holding up better. Um, NQ did take London high, so could see a move back down. Okay, we're respecting this 5 minute gap, it looks like. Okay. So yeah, we'll see if we continue to respect or if we disrespect and want to come down lower. Again, I'm overall bullish, so I won't be looking to take a short um, until we get like a 4 hour inversion of this gap on the ES. Then I'll be bearish. Ideally though, continue higher, check out these highs and go for the daily gap again and continue higher. See what PayPal's doing. The daily check of PayPal. All right, so we got to move higher yesterday on PayPal. I think we closed green. We closed green yesterday on PayPal. Okay, might cross 60 today. 9:41. See how this 15-minute closes. Yeah, look at the rejection on NQ. Okay. So if we take this low and then um get some sort of IVG CASD, and I am to take longs, I'm gonna take it on ES. There's bearish S&T right now, so I'm not really looking to take anything until we get a bullish S&T, which would be these 1 hour lows on the NQ being swept and ES still holding up, right? Then I'll look to take the long on ES. Yeah. 2 minutes for the 15-minute candle closure, and we'll see if this 5-minute gap holds or get inversed. Uh, like I said, if we hold up and respect this 5-minute gap, and the next 15-minute candle can close, and the 1 hour can close above this and inverse this bearish gap, then longs are in play for me. Bias is bullish, but this would confirm that we want to go higher. Although I wouldn't mind us coming down, taking out this hourly on NQ while it's holding up on ES, and then I could also look for a long there. No rush though. It's 9:43. See what we get. So far, respecting pretty good. ES still looks stronger than NQ. All right, there we go. Getting the pump right now. Again, let's move up. Oh, I did take a trade earlier around like 5 a.m. We can go over that also. Let me show you guys what I saw earlier. So on ES, came down. We tapped into this gap here, and then what time was this? So we tapped into this gap around London, which is this London low, and then saw this move up, inverse bearish gap. Had this bearish gap here. I think I entered around somewhere around here, around like 4 or 5. Pushed up, but I got break even before market open. Entry was somewhere around here. Kind of was kind of choppy. This was a trade that you just set, have your stops in place, and just let it run. Uh, my break even point was this high. As you can see, we did take that high, continued to go higher, but eventually came down. I hit break even. My target for this trade was London high, um, but yeah, didn't play out exactly how I wanted it. Got break even, so yeah. Okay, we're gonna move up now. ES is near to London High. I don't want to see I don't want to see us pump too much past these highs. Then it's gonna be hard for entry because we've already made like a big move to the upside. Um, so ideally we want our entry to be somewhere somewhere close to these highs. Somewhere like the highs. This five wasn't bad. It was a nice respect of the five and the push higher. It's pretty good right here. Uh, No real entry though. There was no real trade here to take on NQ or ES. All right, we just took out the high on NQ. Where's the- and also on ES. Cool. What I want to see now is I want to see a 5 minute gap get created somewhere in here, and then I'll look to take longs out of it. Probably just gonna wait till 10 o'clock closer though. And basically on the higher time frame, what it's gonna look like is 10 o'clock close, inverse this hourly gap, and then we get a pullback. Pullback somewhere in this region for continuation long higher. So that's basically what I'm gonna be looking for. Uh, If we come all the way back down and the hourly doesn't inverse, then no play. Might have to switch to bearish. Gee, this long from earlier was so nice on the ES. Got it go. I figured that would happen because we had a sell off, we had a push down overnight, and I didn't really see any news. This was a move down. So yeah, it's unfortunate. All right, so we had that five closer now. Can we create a gap? 5 minute gap to use. Bang. Lovely Desi. Look like some people caught this. I don't really see the confirmation though. I mean, yeah, you could have just took it off this 5. Stops. Guess stops at this low. Yeah, okay. Yeah, see, this is what I didn't want because we've already took out a lot of liquidity higher, so probably gonna get pulled back. Um, and we don't want it to pull back too much. But this does confirm the the higher bias, right? This confirm that we're bullish on the day. We're gonna probably continue higher. Now it's gonna be a little bit harder though to find a good entry because we don't want to long the top, right? So gotta wait for a pullback, and where will that pullback be? And how much will it pull back is gonna be the challenge now. Don't want the pullback to happen and then your stops get hit and then we continue higher. That's what usually happens, but if you're not sure where to place your stops and whatnot. Say we have 1 minute and 50 seconds for this 5 minutes to close. Should create a gap that looks something like this. Bang bang. Yes, those. Okay, and then once we get this gap, I would want to see a move into this 5 minute, and then on the 1 minute, some sort of CISD or IVG. Or if we just reject this 1 minute gap really well, I might look to take something. Stops would be, alright, so I'm more likely to take this on ES. Stops to be down here. Okay, and there's a 4 hour gap up here. Ooh. Okay, we're also in the daily gap on ES and in Q. Oh, on ES, not in Q. Oh, okay. So yeah, we might see rejection actually soon. I'm gonna wait till 10 at this point for the entry. All right, cool. So we got the 5 minute gap here. Now, what I want to see is we can just chill here until 10, and then 10 o'clock we come down, pull back down into this area before getting the longs. Yeah. So yeah, this is the trade I'm looking for. Looks like we're about to take out this hourly high on Q. I think it's also a 4 hour high. Also, we'll be tapping into this 4 hour gap if we hit it. This is pain right here. God damn. Bias is right. Can we get a good entry? Gee, NQ is pushing. Oh my gosh. All right, let me take out this. Take off this hourly. All right, so we're tapping into this 4 hour gap on ES. Let's see if we can get some rejection here. Come back down into this 5. Stops are kind of big. Let's see. Me. Okay, and I'll take it to this high. So if we can get this pullback, but it doesn't seem like prices looking to come back down. I'm gonna have to size down on this. Stops are kind of big. We're just pushing. There's this let's see what time. Like I said, there's this 30-second inversion. I guess I could have this could have been a play here. 30-second inversion, continuation. It's just 944. Okay. Yeah, that would have been a nice play. It's cool though. Alright, 9:59. Hourly's about to close. Bam. New hourly candle, inverse gap. We are bullish. 4 hour closed. Pretty strong bullish. Now let's see if we can get a pullback and a continuation higher. ES is tapping into this 4 hour gap, but it's easily running through it. Small gap. And Q, no gap. There's also a daily gap on ES though. I do think we push through it and go for all-time highs today or tomorrow. So let's see if we're gonna be looking for a continuation now, right? Which is basically a pullback into a 5 or 15-minute gap for the play to continue higher. I like this 5-minute gap here. It's a pretty big gap. Um, Setup would be price comes back down into the gap. We get on the 1 minute we see respect in the gap or or a reversal model. IFEG or CISD, and then we look to take longs. So that's what we'll be waiting for. If this 15-minute close creates a new gap, I'll extend this, something like this, and then I'll look to take same concept, right? 15-minute comes down into this gap. I don't want to see it come close to the center of this gap or the lower half, and then I'll look for a 1 minute change of state of delivery to take this higher. Mm. What you don't want to do is try to take a short thinking that you found the top or whatnot. That's what you don't want to do in this price action because we are obviously very strong bullish. right, back. Okay, what time is it? 10:12. 3 more minutes for the 15-minute closure. Um, we'll create a nice 15-minute gap here, and then, like I said, if we get a pullback into this gap, 1 minute confirmation. Don't want to go higher. I'll look to take something. So 3 more minutes. And I would probably look to take it on. Let's see. Yeah, I probably look to take it on ES. ES seems stronger right now. So yeah, pull back on NQ execution on ES if we get the confirmation to go here. ES is also creating a 15-minute gap, huge 15-minute gap, but would want to see NQ tap into its gap. 1 minute 30 seconds. Mental reminder that there's gonna be opportunities all throughout the week. So there's no need to rush. No need to rush a trade. It's not about today. It's about the quarter, right? It's about the whole week. How did you perform the week? Are you red or green on the month? That's what it's about. So yeah, no need to rush a trade. Marked out what we want. Now let's just wait for price to give us what we want, right? Price doesn't do that, then sit out. Because if we get in, what's up with my camera? Okay, I don't know what's on my phone. I was saying if we get into a trade, and it's not what we marked out, it's not what's ideal to my system, then we're gonna be emotional. You're gonna If you lose the trade, you're gonna regret it. You're gonna be like, damn, I could have just waited. Yeah. You're gonna be emotional. You might move stops. It's no longer logical, right? It's just an emotional trade. Whereas if you wait, mark out what you want, wait for a setup to show itself. You already have your stops. Stops are logical, right? Once the stops get hit, it means that price is probably not gonna continue in the direction that you want price to go, right? And you're gonna be more stable in the trade, more emotional stable. You know how much you're risking, you know what the profit is, and all that, right? So yeah, don't need to rush a trade. Just stick to the system, stick to the plan, and that's how you will become profitable and remain profitable. Okay, so we got the 15-minute closure. Cool. So Q, that's what it looks like. All right, so I just want to see a move into this 15-minute gap. Damn, yes, it's so strong. Let me mark out this. All right, so ES took this 4-hour high. The next target for it would be up here. See if there's anything on the hourly. Yeah, that'll be my next target for ES. Would want to see ES at least tap into its gap also before I look to take a long. That's what I'll wait for. All right, I'm back. Didn't really tap into the gap. See, nothing yet. 10:30, new 30-minute open. Yeah, this is still what I want to see. So yeah, nothing here. Still being patient. Still waiting for the setup to come to us. Um, determine if yes still seems to be stronger than NQ. Sometimes, that tends to flip, so I like to check. But AS took out this 4-hour high. Let's tap into this 4-hour gap. Okay, and NQ hasn't tapped into its daily gap as yet. It's just, yeah. Okay. So yeah, ES is a bit stronger than NQ currently. So I would want to see NQ be the one to come back down into this gap. And I would execute on ES. So let's see if we can get this. 1 second. Chat. Okay, there we go. Still nothing happening. Um, just waiting. This is what trading really looks like, or profitable trading. Of course, I could be on here spamming, uh, spamming orders, right? Selling, buying, spamming it, but probably end up red on the day. Where if I just wait for one good trade, um, matching my system, I'll be green without all the extra stress of being in these trash, low probability trades, right? I'd rather just be sitting around bored waiting for a good setup than be in a bad setup that doesn't meet all my criteria and then is just chopping, right? So yeah, hopefully we get this move into this gap. Looks like we are right now. We can get a good trade off of it. Let me look on ES. Is ES still stronger? Not really. Looks like NQ, ES took this low, NQ hasn't. Let me see if ES has tapped into the gap. Cool. So ES has tapped into the gap. So looks like I'm gonna have to take this trade on NQ. I still want to see ES come down some more though. Maybe tap into the CE of this gap or this 5 minute down here. Okay, let's go. Do like this 5 minute down here. Yeah, let's see how we react to this 5 minute down here. What's this? 63.5. Yeah, see if we can get a little bit lower for a re-enter. Yo, Don, I didn't even see your comment. What's good, Brody? You said you're targeting you're targeting 25.710 on on Q. Where's 25.710? Okay, not bad. I see what you're doing with the short. See what you're doing with the short. I definitely think we can pull back into that 5 minute for sure. Um, or 710. Yeah, for sure. We definitely could see a move back into the 5 minute. I'm overall bullish, so I didn't want to play downside, but I see what you're saying. I see how you could took that short, right? They sweep a lot of liquidity higher. There was a 1 minute IFEG here, smaller one here. So yeah, that could work. But I'm looking for the longs. Yeah, we got that move. Oh, well. Wait, what's your entry, Don? If you're still on here, what's your entry? And what's your entry? Do think we can get 710 though. Uh, yeah, I think we can get down to 702. Might try longs down there if we get a good reaction. On, if you're on, I was saying, what's your entry, bro? Short to reclaim last time high. Yeah, definitely. We set up a lot of liquidity at the high from this push, that dirty push. So I do think we can push lower. rebalance before we go higher. For sure. Ideally, we come down to 700s before we move higher. That's where I would want to get an entry for longs. So yeah, that's a decent short idea. You should be in profit now. What's your entry? Did you short the top or? All right, so we got a nice move down on ES. Short on ES low key look better than the short on NQ. Still want to see NQ tap into this gap though. Yeah, ES is definitely more weaker. We did take out more liquidity on ES. Just free balling them. Wait, are you still in, Don, or did you get out? Did we hit 710 yet? Almost. Not sure. Kind of chopping here. I wouldn't be surprised if we do go back to the highs because we did tap into this 15 minute on ES and into this. Oh no, we didn't tap 5 minute. But we are in this 15-minute gap on ES, so we could reach try to retake the highs before coming down more. Um, oh, you said not in yet. Oh, gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. I wouldn't try to enter down here, Don. Probably wait till if we let me see where else could you take a short. Like it could work down here, but it's just too risky, right? Your stop's gonna have to be like huge. So I would wait for us to push up, and then create some sort of formation. Showing I want to come back down. Honestly though, bro, just wait for the long, because we're overall bullish on the day. Just wait for price to come down into this 15-minute gap like it's doing now, and then just take the long. Trying to see if ES can hit the C of this 15-minute gap, right at the center right here. And then I'll probably go long on NQ because NQ looks stronger at the moment. Let's look on this. Or not. I'm not sure which one. Okay, ES looks stronger now. Okay. Alright, I do like this move down on NQ and ES. 10:45 at a 5 minute open. Alright, let's see if we can get a push down into this 5 minute gap on ES and see what reaction we get on the 1 minute. Nice. Okay, cool. Do like that push down. Now, are we going to respect it? What I'd want to see here is a close above these highs. Should be a CISD, change of state delivery. So if you get a close over this area, let's just take a long right off of it. Or continue lower, create a fair value gap, get an inversion. Let's take a long here. Don't want to just blind long into in this gap. Maybe if we come down into the lower quadrant of this 15-minute gap, I'll take a long. His stops are a bit tighter, but yeah, I'll take a long if we come down to this area. If not, I'll wait for a 1 minute IFVG to take the long. All right, so we're getting some bullish reactions out of the gap right now. Cool. There's this nice 1 minute on in Q. Cool. Let's see if we can inverse and get that CISD on ES. I'm not gonna force this. I do think we can get a better entry. I think price is gonna push down lower. So I'm not gonna try to rush entry. Um, see what NQ's doing. Looks like NQ is stronger at the moment. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take this on ES if I get it. So, so yeah, something like this on ES. If I take it on ES, something like this. On NQ, like that. So yeah, this will be the trade. I like the reaction that we're getting out of this 15-minute gap. It's just that the break even is gonna be pretty close if we take this 1 minute inversion. So rather we come down a bit more. So for this, entry would be down there. Break even would be, if we got entry down here, break even would be up here in this gap. Um, and then TP would be up here. TP right. So yeah, this would be the trade on NQ, right? If we got entry down here, break even, take profit one, take profit two. On ES, similar thing. This would be my break even. Let me save. Okay, so Even TP1, TP2. So this will be the trade on ES. And this is on trade on N. This is the trade on NQ. When we get closer to the entry, I'll decide which one I'll be taking it on. Whichever one's stronger. As right now, I like ES more than NQ. Seem more stronger on ES. Alright, so let me just actually have a mental. Okay, so around 961 to 562. This is around 694. So 694, 62. Cool. Alright, gonna move down. ES, I think ES just tapped the inch around on my entry. Almost. I'm gonna wait for NQ to hit it. For NQ to get below this 50%. The time is also 10:53. The hourly. Okay. All right, we're getting a major push down right now. 10:50. Cool. I'm gonna take a stab at this on NQ. It's like right here. Only thing is the hourly is near to closing, so if we could like close and then get a um pull back down on the next hourly, right? But do like this area for reverse for a continuation higher. 686. Let's look on ES. What do I like more though? Yeah, so I'm gonna try this on ES. Okay. All right, so once NQ come down here, I'm gonna take a stab long on ES. Hey, that sure is working out, Don. If you're in here, that sure worked. That short worked out nice. All right, about to take my long, come down a little bit more. Buy one limit there. Yes. Okay. Not in as yet. Stops will be right here. What's this? 69.49.5. 69. All right, so this is the position. See if we continue, get the continuation higher or we push lower. Let me adjust these targets. And also break even around here. Nope, nope, nope. We can definitely have a break even up at this gap. Take profit one, switch it to up here. Take profit two. And then a TP3 right here. Where is my TP3? All right, and this is the trade. See if how it plays out. So far, we're getting a nice push back up. Um, Once we hit the second fair value gap, I'll move my stops to break even. Okay. Three minutes for the hourly closure. That would be key here. I would want us to um not close strong bearish, right? So if we can close somewhere around here, the next hourly opens up, wicks down, and push around, and then we get a reversal back to the highs. That's what I want to see here. So let's see if we can get that. 2 minutes left. Grab some water. 1 second. Okay, there's my accounts and my P&L for the effects. All right, we are up 59. All right, so less than a minute here for the hourly closure. Again, I'd want to see us close somewhere up here so that the hourly candle isn't strong bearish. It has a wick at least. Um, so it gives us a little strength to push back up, right? Give us some conviction. Let me make sure that those accounts are connected. We're gonna move down here. Is it? Okay, so new hourly opened up. Move down is fine. Let's see how we closed on the previous hourly. Decent close, yeah. We have a hourly fair value gap here. Stops below it. Okay. So yeah, we should hold up. It continue higher. Excuse me. Let me double check, make sure that all my accounts are connected. Mm. Okay, so all my accounts are connected. Everything looks good. Cool. It looks like they have different entries though. Same entry. All right, we're good. We're good on the copy trader. Now let's see if this trade can work out. Idea behind this is that bullish on the day, overall bullish. This hourly gap should hold us up. Might wake into it, but again, we should respect it if we want to continue higher. If we come down and inverse it now, we're probably gonna push lower. And yeah, it's a pretty solid trade. I'm fine with my stops. Break even, take profit areas are fine. Let me see, I could adjust the break even a bit because we have a 5 minute gap here. So put it to the CEO this 5 minute. Take profit. Up here. All right, so this is what I want to see. This is the, so let me see. 11:03. Hopefully volume doesn't slow down. We start to chop. Looks like NQ was way weaker, so we did the right thing choosing ES, choosing to go along on ES. See what NQ is doing. Yeah, NQ completely pushed through this gap, this 15 minute gap, and there's a lower 15 minute gap here on NQ. Might tap into that. Um, Also hourly gap on NQ. Should hold up, but if not, it's fine. Just double check something. If I lose this trade, it's completely fine with me. It look good to trade in my book using my system, so that's all that matters. That's what matters, right? My system does have a win rate, right? That's not 100%, so I'm not guaranteed to win every trade. But I know that over a long period of time, over a quarter, that I'll be profitable with my system. Let me look if anyone's in chat. Yo, Don, if you're in the chat, you in this trade with me or no? Don't like that rejection that we're getting. Looks like we're gonna push to the lows now. All right, so it looks like we're melting on NQ and ES. Looks like this trade is not gonna work out actually. Again, that's fine. Stuck to my system. This was a good trade in my book. I mean, I might get stopped out here, but I'm still gonna be bullish. What we could see is maybe get maybe a 30-second. Might create this 1 minute gap here. Maybe we inverse it and then go higher. That might be a play, or there might be something on 30-second. But this is still, I think this still could work out for. I think we're still gonna go higher on the day. Maybe my what's it called? My stops won't make it, but I think we're still gonna go higher. Would you look at that? It might be Trump. We have the highest stock market in the US. Okay, so it looks like Trump is talking. That's what's causing this volatility and this move down. Mm. So I don't know if Trump is talking or tweeting. Oh, everyone loves our operation. Yeah, he might be talking to like a news or something. Again, this is still a good play in my book. So I'm gonna just hold. So NQ might be getting stronger than ES. All right, if we push up to around these highs, I'll move my stops to this low to minimize risk. So if we come back to that lower, probably gonna take out um where my stops are. 49.5 area. Let me take another peek on the NQ. Okay. Yes. Are we tapping into any gaps? Respecting these 15-minute gaps nicely. Um, just 5-minute gap above us. Think we should push through that. Okay. Yeah, looks good. The only thing I don't like, it seems like seems like NQ is a bit stronger than ES for now. Which is unfortunate. Uh, okay. Yeah, let's see what we get. What I don't want is for us to chop, so hopefully we don't just chop around my entry. See what Trump is saying. Getting to move back up. It's good. See saying on Twitter. Nothing new from Trump. AMD CEO says we're in the early innings of unlocking AI. Bullish. That is bullish right there. That's probably why NQ is a bit stronger. Health insurance premium are horrible. Alright, what is Trump talking about? Jeez. Say some good things for the market, Trump. Can we continue pushing higher? Hopefully Trump isn't speaking right now. Yeah, Trump is speaking. Jeez. Trump Marta said GOP members retreat. He's not really talking about anything that should make the market push down, but you never know what Trump could say. He's just talking about how he's the most hated president or something. He's getting treated unfairly. So it shouldn't have nothing to do with the market. So I'm just gonna hold this trade. Should continue higher. It's a bit iffy because Trump is speaking, but he's not talking about anything related to markets at the moment. Um, don't like that we're chopping. Considering moving my stops to this low. Yeah, just move my stop to that low. We're just talking about wrestling. I think we're just moving sideways because he's talking and market's just unsure because he could say anything. So we're just chopping sideways. Hmm. Let me see here. See, nothing right now. Just let this play out. As we go in closer to lunch, it's probably gonna start chopping more. Hopefully, I can chop and profit so I can move my stops to break even and just let it play out. So yeah, I think he's about to wrap up his speech. So this is good. He's talking about stocks, insurance company. Speaking about Obamacare. Probably would have held off. I knew he was gonna talk. I had no idea, but I'm already in, so I'm not gonna exit. Bro, yapping about. I hope they're not gonna ask questions. Bro's up here talking like he's a comedian. Bro, can bro just wrap up? Alright, we're finally getting a nice move up now. Once we hit that gap, we'll move to break even if he's still talking. Alright, we're approaching our break even area. Again, if I see strong rejection, um, because of this fair value gap, I'll just move my stops. But ideally, we come up, fill the gap, and then I'll move my stops to break even. We're also coming into this 5 minute gap. Alright, nice. Getting a good push up. Almost hit my break even area. We're in this 1 minute, we're in this 5 minute. I'm gonna move my stops to break even now. Got a nice push here. Shouldn't want to come back down if we're gonna move higher. I'll move my stops in profit right here. Cool. Currently break even. Alright, see if we can get pushed to this TP1. 25 seconds till close in this 5 minute candle. I do think that okay, so hopefully we stay around this area and close. Get a small pullback, don't pull back to my entry, and then continue higher. I do think that we can come up to this take profit one area. Um, at least fill this 15 minute bearish gap. Okay. Getting the pullback here, don't like that. It's a new 5 minute, that's fine. Yeah, so this looks good for higher. It's gonna hold.